If you like your wine, let's talk about the next weekend or maybe this week. If you like your wine with maybe a side of stand-up, Charlotte has a show for you. In Poor Taste is now bringing comedy and guided wine tastings, legitimate wine tasting notes, and then full audience interaction at Blume Studios in the Iron District in Charlotte. One of the comedians/hosts is Liam Jevons. He joins us now here in the Live Impact studio. And Liam, I went to the show Saturday. We met briefly, and I must say that was really good stuff. It was hilarious. I love them both. I love wine, and I love funny people.
Good. Well, we try, we try
so you did your job.
Best.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice to meet you.
Yeah,
and
nice to meet you.
Yeah, Saturday was a really good crowd as well, which was really nice.
I'm going to play a little bit of what this concept is, okay? Because you started it here.
Everyone, all together after 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, lots going on there. There's a good one. There is lots going on there. What's going on there, Michael?
Well, lots. This is
Bit, right? We had everyone taste a little sip.
Embarrassingly, I'm wearing the same shirt.
Everyone, all
If
together
I'd have
after
known
3.
he was going to show that clip, I'd have put on my other shirt.
It's not part of the uniform?
No, I do want everyone at home to know I do own more than one shirt, okay?
You do?
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
All right, good to
and
know.
It will be cleaned.
So, explain then, it's hard for me to explain what the concept is.
Yes, so it's a comedy wine tasting experience. Audience members, it's interactive. We chat to the audience. You get 5 wines if you come to the show. You get 2 comedians and a wine expert on stage. So we take you through all the wines, you taste them. The wine expert is the person that obviously knows everything about the wine, and he gives you a bit more of a traditional wine tasting, but in there's lots of stand-up comedy, and the whole premise really is, for me, I struggle when it comes to tasting wine, is to know what to say and to know what to do or behave. So we like to give the audience little tips and tricks so that you can at least pretend like you know what you're doing. So by the end of the show, you've had 5 wines, you've laughed a bit, and next time you're trying a wine, you'll look like an absolute pro.
What an original concept, though. How did this come about?
It was created by 2 very handsome Australian lads called Ethan and Sweeney. Contractually, I have to say that, otherwise they tell me off. So there's 6 of us that do the show, because the show is worldwide. At the moment, right now, it's in Scotland, it's here, and then we have a residency opening in Vegas. But yeah, the 2 lads, basically, I wish I could give you a very interesting story, but the 2 lads, Ethan and Sweeney, really like wine, and they thought, how can we get free wine? And they basically worked backwards from there, and then wrote a show, because they're both stand-up comedians, that very selfishly just meant they could drink as much wine as they wanted.
I love it. It runs so smoothly, though, like a fine wine. Has nice legs, you know. And so how did you and Jacob is the co-host, right?
Yes.
You and Jacob.
Yeah.
You guys are so funny. Now, was this pairing of your choosing? How did that work?
So me and Jacob, we worked for the production company of In Poor Taste years ago on different shows. So me and Jacob have known each other nearly 10 years, and we do stand-up as well as other bits of comedy. We'd also met Ethan and Sweeney, so it was kind of a natural thing that happened. We knew those guys, we knew the production company, me and Jacob knew each other, so then they just said, there's this thing, do you want to give it a go? And it's nice. What's nice is that the show is different depending on every pair that you see. There's obviously similarities, and we have a rough structure, but as you know from watching it, so much is audience participation.
So much.
And a lot of it is me and Jacob having a good time together and bouncing off what people are saying.
Anything unexpected or surprised you about doing this show?
Yes. Well, there's lots that
That you can share?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what I can share in the morning, because obviously we ask the audience to shout out a lot of things, and the more wine an audience member has,
Oh, sure.
the riskier the things get shouted out. But there's always there's always just random things happening, whether it be people getting up and dancing is a good fun one.
Yeah.
Or people, I think what appeals about the show is you can have never had a glass of wine in your life and enjoy the show, or you could be a wine connoisseur. So that's good because it keeps us on our toes. So when we are fielding questions, we get some very high level stuff. And for me, I don't really know anything about wine.
Okay.
Which is why we have the wine expert. So
Yeah.
I kind of field the more basic questions like, what colour is this? And that's kind of my field. But yeah, what I'm enjoying about Charlotte is the accents.
The accent?
Yeah.
Oh, the southern accent?
Yeah, oh my God, it's so beautiful. We had a lady yesterday who just unprompted just shouted out, "My name's Pam!" And I was like, "Excuse me?" And she was like, "Pam!" I was like, "Well, where I'm from, Pam is just definitely one syllable." But she dragged it out for 5 seconds, and Pam was my favourite person yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Pam. Yeah, I love it here.
I loved when you sort of give audience members a hard time. Like there was the one fella who said he spent over $700 on a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Like it's a total borderline,
Yeah, we did actually have this. Yeah, that's something I can share. We did
Yeah.
have a guy, tell us once that he had bought a bottle of wine for $2,500.
Whatever.
And
Right.
we were talking to him, and then we realised his wife, who was sat next to him, was giving him the worst looks imaginable. And we
Really?
was like, "Was this wine not with you, madam?" And he was like, "No, no, 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 no. It was before we met." And I was like, "Oh, no." And he spent the rest of the show digging his own grave. So
Sounds like it. It sounds like so every show has got to be different because there is so much audience participation. And then the wine expert,
yes.
where does that person come from?
So we always try and we always source them locally. So depending on what city we're in, and
cool.
obviously here we have Charlotte's finest wine experts. They rotate pretty much every show. There's a couple that come back and do maybe 2, depending on schedule. But yeah, we have as many different wine experts as we can because again, it makes the show different, and we like that. That's what I think what makes the show unique is these wine experts live in Charlotte or just outside of Charlotte, and they work for whether it be restaurants like Counter or Flight, or they do their own wine tastings at different places. So yeah, they rotate.
Upper echelon.
Yes. Oh yeah, we're fancy over here.
We
Oh,
fancy the people. And because it's a timing thing. Like if you've seen the show, if you've been to the show, you talk and you have your routine, but then you bring in the wine expert, and that sort of seemed like a smooth operation.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully, every wine expert we've seemed to have worked with has been great and gets the concept of the show, and we try and tell them as well that, we genuinely want you here to tell us about wine. Me and
You're the
Jacob,
legitimate part of this show.
Me and Jacob are the fools that are trying to be funny. Like you just do what you do best, and it's talk about wine. And yeah, we try and field and manage that as best we can. But that's why the show's different every day, because sometimes the wine expert will say something that me and Jacob will have to pick up on.
You'll have to go.
Yeah. We do like to poke fun occasionally at the kind of pretentiousness that surrounds wine, and that's what our show is trying to just debunk a little bit of that and show that wine can be fun, and a little bit pretentious is good every now and then, but not too much.
What is a wine rule or piece of jargon that you love poking fun at?
It's usually the tasting notes of a wine.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I feel like the tasted notes of every bottle are extremely formulaic. I feel like it's always like a plant and then a wood and then an illness. I feel like you can go to any shop and pick up any bottle and it will say that this wine has notes of forest floor, pencil shaving, conjunctivitis. So that's something we like to do in the show, is poke fun at that.
That's great. I mean, there was like a little bit of the audience participation where it's kind of is it Mad Libs? Remember Mad Libs?
Yeah.
You
Like
fill
fill in
the
the
blank?
blank. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. You fill.
In that in particular, I like to every show try and get the audience to create their own bottle of tasting notes. And,
right.
It usually ends up in absolute carnage, but it starts well.
It does.
And then the audience get very, very into it, which is fun.
And so what is it like performing at the Blume Studios? This space is huge.
Yes.
And not even the whole space was utilized. But how do you like that space?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's so nice. I also think it's incredible for Charlotte to have such any city in particular, but to have such like an arty venue, because there's the VR experience that's going on there.
Right.
There's like a bar in the middle of it. They're constantly doing different things. So for us, there's that massive earth that's there that you can just go and sit under.
Yeah.
Which is, at one point during the show, I did find myself just drifting off, being like, wow, that is absolutely beautiful. I was like, get back in.
Get back into the game.
But no, it is. It's like a massive kind of airport hangar that
Yeah.
has been jazzed up. So I love it there because it is really nice. We're in one section of it, but it's so open. And the staff are lovely. Yeah, if you haven't been to Blume Studios or any of the Blumenthal Arts venues, and I genuinely mean this, not because someone's pointing at me off camera. No, they are great venues, but I love performing there.
Yeah.
It's really nice. I was here in February when we did the show before.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it's nice to see the venues still doing
all
really,
right.
really well.
All right, very good. So you have to do the 5 tastings every night.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a challenge or concerns about doing that every night?
How's your tolerance now?
Yeah.
I'm from England. We're raised on this. This is fun for us.
Yeah, this is water.
We do actually have non-alcoholic options as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, we say that you can come to the show if you are the designated driver or if you're pregnant or any of these things, if you don't just drink in general. So there will be occasional times where I might, on a 2-show day, I might have the odd
A 2-show
non-alcoholic.
day.
Yeah, because otherwise it's 10 glasses of wine. And
Ooh,
And as
yeah.
much as I'd love to say I could be hilarious after 10 glasses of wine, I think it'd be more for me than the actual audience. Yeah.
Right. All right, so let's talk about what folks can expect if they go
Yes.
to this show.
Okay. So you can expect, the thing everyone really cares about is the 5 glasses of wine. You will get 5 glasses of wine.
Now, I actually forgot for a second because I was very into your dialogue and the show
I think that's
part.
called being drunk. Actually, I think that's.
I did have
happened
one
there.
glass before the show started.
Yeah. Well, no, thank you. But yeah, you'll get 5 glasses of wine. We always do a sparkling, a white, a rosé, and 2 reds. So with the wines, we try and take you all around the world. The wines are always from different countries deliberately. So, this is a wine tasting. You should be tasting wine that you've probably never tasted.
Mm-hmm.
So you get that. You get 2 comedians, myself and Jacob. We guarantee at least 1 joke per glass of wine, hopefully more. And then you get a wine expert as well. The show roughly runs at 90 minutes. I do think it's a great balance of actually learning something about a wine that maybe you haven't heard of before, but also, like I said, getting rid of some of the pretentiousness that can surround wine and just having a laugh, going out with your friends and just having a nice time.
Yeah, great time. You are in Charlotte at Blume Studios.
Yes.
Started Saturday,
Yeah, and we run until August 16th.
August 16th.
I want you to know I'm very proud of myself there because I said the day correctly. Because in England we do it the other way around. We would say the 16th of August. And that wasn't funny, but I'm saying it for Jacob who's watching at home because I absolutely nailed it. August 16th.
August 16th. Michael, the wine expert, the other day on Saturday, he was explaining his schooling and that he went to university.
Yes.
And my husband's like, why does he say he went to university? He's from here. He's from here. Yeah.
In college. Yeah. Yeah.
The university. A university. He went to university. I say that now. I went to university or I'm on holiday.
Because college for us is a different thing in England. College is younger. You go to college when you're like 16 to 18.
Oh.
Then you go to university afterwards.
Okay.
But this is nothing to do with the show, so.
It's education.
This is what we do.
This is what people have tuned in for.
We go off the rails at
The UK
times. Yeah,
educational
this is
system.
the fun part. It is first day of school. You have any
Yes.
questions, Carlene, for the wine? Not a wine expert.
Yeah. but
Are
can-
you a red or a white? Have you
Oh, yeah.
kind of fine-tuned your
Yeah,
taste buds?
over tasting the wines many times. I am a red guy.
Okay.
A red gal. I'm a red gal.
And I like an Italian red. 'cause I'm
Wow,
cool.
look at
Italian.
you.
I also love a sparkling wine. I just don't think you can go wrong with a sparkling
Same.
wine.
Like bubbles.
Same.
Fun.
Yeah,
Agreed.
exactly. Bring a
Agreed.
bit of bubbles into your life. It's a great way to start the day.
You cannot not smile when you have a glass of
Exactly.
bubbles.
Right?
Right?
I've had 3
It's a
before
fun
I came
time.
here,
You cannot
so-
be
Good for you.
cannot be PO'd if you're having a glass
Absolutely not.
of bubbles. All right, so ticket information.
Yes.
Let's see. Let's pull that up here.
I'm so glad you've got it on that screen.
Thank
Sure do.
you.
Yeah. I believe you can get tickets at BlumeStudios.com.
Blumestudios.com. Where do you go from here?
From here, the show is currently on in Edinburgh. So from here, me and Jacob actually go back to our homes. So Jacob will go back to England. I'll go back to LA. And then there are, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but there are other things happening that haven't officially been announced. So I don't know whether
You're not going to break it.
But the show
here.
is currently in Edinburgh at the Fringe Festival. The Vegas residency opens in October. It was there last year, but we've changed venue, which is really exciting.
Where is it in Vegas?
It's at Area 51,
Okay.
which is just off the Strip. It's a really cool, like huge building where it's like axe throwing and restaurants in there. There's
Oh,
a
good
nightclub
fun.
in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you've never been there, it's really, really good. I did the show in Vegas for a while as well. And,
Oh, you
and
did?
Yeah. And I lived in Vegas for a bit, so I
Okay,
love Vegas.
you're a West Coast
Oh, I
man.
get about. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
show's also going on a cruise ship. It's worldwide. It's kind of taken over. It's
It has,
yeah,
hasn't
yeah.
it?
We're building an empire here.
All
There's
right.
6 of us.
And
yeah.
you're also an actor.
Yes, yeah. I like the way you said actor.
An
Bring the
actor.
pretentiousness back in. Yeah.
You know, we need to end full circle here. All right, Liam Jevons. Anything else we need to know?
No, just come check out the show. I guarantee you will have a good time. If you don't, I will not give you your money back, but I will apologise profusely because I'm British.
Perfect way to end things. All right, sounds good. A great show in Poor Taste, running at Blume Studios until 16th.
Yes.
16th of August.
It's great chairs you've got in here as well.
Nice and swivel.
I know.
Yeah, you got some.
Wow.
We got some turns. Got
Look at
some
this guy.
turns. All right, Liam, thank you.
Thank you.